To migration matters now. Nigeria's National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons claims 25,000 Nigerians are stuck in slave and sex camps in Libya. The figure hasn't been confirmed, but it's a concerning number. Nigerian migrants have been speaking out about their ordeals in Libyan migrant centers. Hundreds of people were rescued over the weekend. Doctors working on board the SOS ship Aquarius say many people have described the abuse they endured while waiting in Libya before trying to cross to Italy. One Nigerian says he was sold several times.
When I tried to escape the first time, so we are arrested by asthma boys. They call them asthma boys. They are not doing anything, they're just carrying gun up and down. And they return us. Once they return us, the buyers are already there. They sell us away. We started walking like animals.
Let's get you more now on that story. I'm joined live from Lagos by Deji Badmus. Deji, the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons says 25,000 Nigerians are in slave and sex camps in Libya. How did it come by that figure?
Well, I would suppose that NATIV would have gotten its information now from the Nigerian mission in Libya, and then from talking to some of the returnees. And to be candid, Penina, it's difficult to fault that figure. As a matter of fact, we have been covering this whole incident extensively. I'm talking about Nigerian migrants now returning from Libya. And judging from what some of them have been telling us, there are quite a number of Nigerians in different camps across Libya. So, you know, the figure of 25,000 might just be true, if not slightly more than that. There's no question at all that there are quite a number of Nigerians in different camps scattered across Libya. Before now, nobody knew that we had that number of Nigerians there. We had always known that Nigerians, quite a number of Nigerians usually take the Libyan route now to Europe, but nobody knew that it was this serious until this whole incident of slave camps now started coming up. Penina?
What are authorities in Nigeria doing to get those people out?
Well, to be candid, the Nigerian government has been doing a lot lately. Quite a number of these Nigerian migrants have returned. Quite a number of them have been flown back to Nigeria. Almost on a weekly basis now, we see 3 or 4 aircrafts bringing in returnees from Libya. Just the day before, about 167 of them were brought back. In the month of August alone, over 5,000 were brought back. And all of them who came back, what they keep telling us is that there are quite a number still left behind in Libya. We understand a number of them will still be brought back this week or possibly next week. So what the government too says, it will not stop until every Nigerian in Libya is accounted for, and that those who really want to come back are brought back. And this whole exercise is done in conjunction now with the European Union, which is providing the funding, and of course the IOM, which is facilitating it. So to be candid, quite a number are being brought back. We're expecting more to come in, and the Nigerian government says it will not stop until everybody, any Nigerian at all in Libya who wishes to come back, is flown back home.
Why are there so many Nigerians in Libya, Deji? What are the factors that are pushing them to leave home?
Well, why are there so many Nigerians in Libya? Basic. Most of them in Libya are, you know, they're trying to cross over to Europe through the Mediterranean Sea. Now, what is actually pushing them? Well, most of them would tell you that economic factors, that they want better life. But, you know, from talking with most of them who have returned, some of these people who left in the first place, trying to go to Europe through Libya, you wouldn't call them very poor people, because some of them pay as much as $6,000 to try to go to Europe through that dangerous route now, crossing the Mediterranean Sea. I've spoken to a lot of them who actually sold off their businesses, were actually doing well here, but closed down. And so that's a problem. It's a problem. So I would say, other than economic factors, I think the biggest reason people are leaving is just because they do not have access to correct information. People are not well informed. These traffickers just come to people, tell them to bring some money and that they are going to get a better life in Europe. These people are not informed. They do not know how dangerous these trips are. So they embark on the trip and then they end up in Libya, not able to cross over to Europe through the Mediterranean Sea. So that is a big factor. And that's why the government has said it is going to step up its campaign, you know, enlightenment campaign now, so that people could really understand what life is in Europe, and that, you know, there are no greener pastures there as such, and that taking the Libyan route is actually very, very dangerous. So that I think is the biggest problem, because the issue of people leaving because things are hard, it's difficult to buy. When you listen to the stories of some of these returnees, you look at how much they have spent trying to cross over. These are monies they could have used to do something better here and, you know, get their lives better. Penina?
All right, Deji, we appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining us. Deji Badmas in Lagos.